Hi everyone, this is Dr. Praveen Patil here. Today we are going to look into the classification of the suture material. The main classification is absorbable, which is get absorbed within the body, the material get absorbed within the body, and non-absorbable. This is the main classification. The suture material usually get absorbed within the body either by the enzymatic reaction or by the hydrolysis, either any one of or the mixture of the both the process. The examples for the absorbable suture material is plain catgut. We call it as plain because the chromic catgut is also available. So particularly we call it as a plain catgut. We are not using the gut of the cat here. So this is just a misnomer. We are using submucosa of the submucosa of the sheep, particularly jejunal part of the intestine. As we know, among the 4 layers of the intestine, serosa, muscular, submucosa and mucosa. So submucosa is the toughest layer, so we are using it for the synthesis of the suture material. Submucosa of the shape of the gut is used and absorbed by the inflammatory actions and by the phagocytosis in 7 days. So to increase this duration of the absorbability, we are coating it with the chromic acid salt so that it get absorbed by 21 days. So this is, we call it as chromic catgut. Next example is polylactic acid, that is Vicryl. Vicryl is a brand name, is a violet in color. The suture material is violet in color and the color coding is also violet. It gets absorbed by the hydrolysis in 90 days, so it's having comparatively a longer duration. Polyglycolic acid, that is Dexon, 3 weeks. Polydiaxonone suture material, that is PDS. This is not the brand name, this is a short form of polydiaxonone suture. By 4 weeks it gets absorbed. Polyglyconate, that is a Maxon, this is a brand name. Polyglycaprone, that is monocryl, and glycomer, that is virgin. So these are the product names. These are all these suture materials are absorbable. Based on the need, we can select which material we want, whether we want to go for monocryl like monofilament like monocryl or multifilament like Vicryl. So based on our need, we can select. Coming to a non-absorbable part, silk is made from the cocoons of the silkworm, and polypropylene is which is blue in color and having a high memory. Memory here, the word meaning of the word memory is one which can sustain its normal position for the longer duration. The higher the memory, the bad is a bad quality of the suture material, because higher the memory, the lesser the knot security. Hence, we should go for the less memory suture material. Usually the suture material we get it in the coiled condition. So if it retain in the same condition after removing from that sheath, that pack also, so then we call it as a high memory suture material. Polythene, that is black in color. Cotton, that is a multifilament. Linen is which is prepared from the bark of the cotton plant. Steel, polyester, polyamide, nylons, these are the other example for non-absorbable suture material. This is one classification. Which one? Absorbable and non-absorbable. The another classification is monofilament and polyfilament or multifilament. Mono, the example for monofilament is proline, like as that of the hair. Hair is not having any other filaments, so it's a single structure. That is an example for monofilament. Multifilament means if you take a thread, cotton thread, and if you observe it keenly, then you may find a small threads which are twisted to make a single thread. So that kind of suture material comes under the multifilament suture materials. These multifilament suture materials also give the shelter to the body secretions as well as the microorganisms. So which becomes a shelter form of kind for the microorganisms for the infection. So that is the disadvantage of using the multi-filament suture material. Coming to another classification, we can classify these materials based on their source, natural and synthetic. Natural like silk, cotton, these comes under the natural. Synthetic like toluene, vicryl, PDS, okay, nylon. So this comes under the synthetic material. So another classification is braided and twisted. So the multi-filament suture materials can be twisted to make it look like a single filament, or else we can braid it with some other binding agent so that these multi-filament should stay in together. So another classification is coated and uncoated. So just I summarize the classification of the suture material here. First classification is absorbable, non-absorbable. Second classification, monofilament and polyfilament. Third classification, synthetic and non-synthetic, that is natural. Fourth classification, braided and twisted. Fifth classification, coated and uncoated. So these are the classifying methods of the suture material. This is about the suture material classification. If you like this video, then kindly subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video.